Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, what you want to say, what you want to say, what you want. Say what you want to say, 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 what you want no one.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's well. We're still in trades. We're still short euro. We're trying to get a BTC long. The ES looks kind of funky. I don't know if there's going to be any trades to be had there. Any trades have already taken place, so it's kind of in a position to short it. So we'll see what happens there. Dixie is in a re-add spot, so we're going to see what happens there. If they start gaining, we might get a little bit more into this euro short. Let's get into the charts. All right, let's have a look and see what happened on the ES here today. We're gonna clean up this chart a bit here. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Make sure all is good. So ES coming down and holding where they needed to. Pretty much testing the top of this 4. The area to get long was down here, right? So kind of chasing the trade at this point. They're hanging on to this 4 hour too. This internal trend. Probably safer at this point. To wait to see if we get above this area here, and if we do, buy a retest of 55.46 and aim for all-time high. The area to the top side is this, so that could still reject pretty hard. Maybe just a little bit lower than that, actually. They kind of already tested it, right? And they took the liquidity up here. We talked about this liquidity on stream. So, you know, just kind of nothing to do, right? Like if we were down here, we could look for longs. And you know, I really don't like how they failed this 4. So we're kind of just caught in the middle here right now. It's really, really mid-range. So really not a good place to be taking trades. You really want to take trades at the extremes, not the mid-range. So this is like really in the middle of the exact middle of the whole range, right? So not really a good spot to be taking trades. If you're not in a trade already, no sense in just trying to get one just because, right? If we do make new lows, we'll definitely look for longs. Still definitely looking at the liquidity underneath this. So I'm gonna mark that spot out. Mark it out here with a nice little rectangle. It's pretty good liquidity area. And you got this previous swing here. So it'll be a failure to lose play if it gets down there. But that's kind of a, I don't know. I'd be much more interested in taking trades there. The last kind of trade on the ES for a long was down here, and for a short was up here. I don't know if they even gave an entry for a short. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, so they failed the 15 here, and they're failing off this 4 hour. And this giant 4 hour failure to gain, right? So this is the last short opportunity was up here. So, you know, valid shorts there. And then they didn't really give a good buy signal down here. That's why I didn't take a long here. Not the best signal for me anyway. If I was around for this short, I probably would have took a short. But this signal down here, not the best for me. So for me, kind of just on the sidelines. Yeah, this wasn't really a good signal. You could have took a higher low play off of this. Played the liquidity underneath here. But honestly, even if I was in a trade there, I would have already been stopped out anyway. Might have got a PT out of it, but it's kind of where we're at here. Just kind of waiting to see what happens now at this point. I want to see if they push up into this area. This is going to be valid short entries. Oh. They push up into here. It's going to be pretty valid short entries. So we'll see what happens up there, but like I'm gonna need like a pretty clear signal, you know, not just on a whim. Yeah, so that's the CES breakdown. Just kind of waiting game now. It's just gonna be a waiting game today. Dixie is at a zone here where I was interested, so we'll see if we can get some more in. The problem with shorting this down here is like we're right at the bottom of the range, right? So they could pump it a little bit. I want to see them dump this at this point. I have targets a little bit lower. They're trying to gain it. So we'll see if they do. They kind of did a little bit here. They gained, but we'll see. Dixie's trying to hold this zone too, so we're gonna see what happens. We start seeing 105.93s on Dixie, then it'd be okay for potential re-add. But like I said, re-adding down here to the short side is, you know, it's not the best. Not for me anyway. You know, the short plays are done at the top of the range, not the bottom. So it'll just be a confirmation of what I think is happening. Dixie is in this liquidity pocket that I was talking about yesterday, so you know this is kind of the area that I was looking at. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they hold it. I want them to hold it here. Bitcoin, we still have a Bitcoin long, and we hasn't been triggered yet. I don't know if it will. Looks like they've gained the 15 on the inner trend. They've gained this 15, and they didn't really give a good retest. Let me see what happened on the longer time frame. 4 hour. Yeah, they haven't even come close to gaining the 4 hour. Let me just have a look at the 1 hour here. So this is a 1 hour gain too. 1 hour gain retest. So, you know, they're trying to hold this 1 hour. The bottom of the 1 hour swing is, or the 1 hour order block is where my entries are. So this is basically buying the 1 hour order block, and the entries are just below this, this liquidity right at the end. I'm actually going to move them up a bit. Just maybe around there, something like that. And then stops under the swing. If you wanted to play a little bit more cautious, you could have your stops a little bit higher, just like there, you know, because if they're gonna hold this, they should hold this. But I like to be a little bit more cautious with my stops. Push them down a little bit. Push them down a bit. So, you know, that's that. We're gonna see what happens with the Dixie here. This is a pretty telling area for the Dixie. You know, for the long play on the Dixie, we really want them to. You don't want them to get much higher than this, you know, or much lower than this. You know, they've taken liquidity. Let's see what they can do with it, right? You know, they pumped it, they gained the 15, but then they just dumped it again. So, you know, this is kind of the area that you want them to hold the top of this range. If you want an upper trend hold. They start losing it, we're probably looking below this. And at where this line is here. If they start losing that, we're gonna have to reassess the whole situation on the long Dixie. The thing with long Dixie too, when you're trading long Dixie and long Bitcoin, is usually they don't both go up together. Usually it's one's going up and the other one's failing. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, those are the main markets anyway. The main markets that I watch. Let's have a quick run down the stocks, the long-term portfolio. BIIB, sorry. Still looking good, holding the weekly. See what happens here. Took liquidity on the daily level. They did have a wicked daily gain too down here, so you could see a little bit more of a slide, but I'd like them to just hold this. They did make new highs here too, so I'd like to see them hold this area, right? This area where they're in. So we'll see if they can start re-achieving. Even a 4-hour gain would be good. BMY finally having an up week here. Down a little bit in this position. You know, not too much to say, just kind of you know, they did have a daily gain and looks like they're holding it. So this week they've just kind of been pumping it. They're gonna there's a lot of you know, there's a lot of resistance at this point. 48 is gonna be pretty hard. I'm sure there's gonna be some big resistance there. I mean, even over top of this is gonna be liquidity, so we'll see what happens. CHI hit the profit, or CHRY. I have to look at this because this hit the profit target spot. Up 11%. I think I was not gonna take a profit target here because this was because I got into this one really late. This one does look good to go, and this is a good spot for it to hold. They basically held it great, and they gained two weekly levels. Kind of expect a pullback now. Maybe they take this liquidity on the weekly level. 81. What am I in this at? Yeah, that's back to my entry basically. Really, I had a really bad entry on this guy. That's okay. Maybe I'll just hold it. I don't know. We are at the PT spot, so this is the spot where you'd want to take a little bit off, or a lot off, or whatever, right? However you want to structure your PTs. CRL having a down week this week. You know, just failing the daily here. Not very impressive. You know, this is the reason why I'm in this position, is because they're trying to hold on to this. This is the area to hold, right? So, you know, I'd like to see them hold this. I'd like to see them, even if they do another dip, I'd like to see them take the liquidity and run. CRL. Yeah, I'm basically at entry on this guy, so. But yeah, nothing to write home about here. No daily gain. They just failed the daily, so it's, you know, continuation down. Next step is going to be taking this liquidity here at 200. So after they take the liquidity, we'll see what they do with it. There's kind of a level down here too, so we'll see what happens around 200. Hopefully they just hold it right there and just continue the weekly trend up. CTRA basically at entry on this guy too. Have a look and see. just up a little bit, like a percent or two, I think. I'm actually up 8% on this one. I have to bring up another my open positions here so I can see what the fuck's going on. CTRA, here we go. Yeah, up 9% on this guy. This one looks pretty good to go as long and they've tested back down last week and they pumped it. So, you know, kind of you're looking at the daily chart to see where they could hold. They've taken the liquidity, no daily gain yet, so it looks like just a continuation down still. Yeah, they pumped the daily liquidity into is this weekly liquidity too? No, it's just daily. They pumped this daily liquidity into and this is a weekly hold here too. Testing the weekly continuation. They just pumped it into the failure spot, really. Yeah. This is the right here is where they failed it, right? So we were in an uptrend and then they lost this level. Where's my lines, man? Right here. This was where they initially lost the daily, and they did a trend reversal. So on the retest is where they got this level is just important because of that, right? Because this is the level they lost, and this was where the trend shifted. So this is where the trend shifted. So this is why this level is important. So when they come back up and test near that level, that's why they're seeing rejections, right? And there's a lot of things around this area, right? And that's why they're rejecting here. There's this move that created this swing. There's this whole swing for a daily continuation down. So, you know, we'll see. The next kind of stop to the downside is this. This is the weekly right here. So, and then there's liquidity underneath there. This is also my entry, so we'll see what happens there. You know, this could it could go all the way down there, and see what happens. There's liquidity right underneath here, so from the first test of it, I would much rather this start holding and start going, right? But they're not even gaining a 4 hour here, so probably more down coming in this guy. Probably a bit more down coming in this guy. Just the thought. CZR. I'm down in this one. I'm in it from the previous range here on this day and this weekly gain and retest. I'm in this guy from 46, like just a real bad. It really dumped after this. I'm in it off of this gain. Really, this was just a bad trade for me. Yeah, I really should not have been in this trade. I was not paying attention when I entered this in. But for people who are getting in down here, this looks much better. They're actually having a weekly gain over top. So they hold this. I like to see them test up here to 42. Nothing has really changed there. Yesterday we were having a little bit of a pump, so not making new highs. I don't like, but they could still make new highs. They took the liquidity from above this. This is why it sold off. So second time coming into this zone. This zone's a lot weaker, so easier to get through. Kind of be watching the 42 range. I'm around 42, probably where I'll be looking to just get the hell out, because I mean, really, being in that position in the first place is kind of a mistake. Disney, I'm in this one from much farther down, 94. Yeah, from this range, this weekly gain retest. We did take profits on it. So having a small daily gain here, it looks like they're coming into this level, so they're trying to respect it. I'd really like to see them gain above 203. I'd like to see action and closes on the daily level above 203. Start closing above 203 and retesting that zone. That's going to be really good entry for a long. Yeah, that's what I would say. So we'll see if that happens. This one should be on the radar because this one's moving, right? If it starts sliding this area, I would say 95 is going to be the next area of interest. Let's go. Let's get it. If you guys are new here, my name is Jay. I'm a professional trader living in Southeast Asia. I stream the market open every day. On the weekend, I will be putting out YouTube videos on YouTube for the market, the NASDAQ 100 and also the top 50 cryptos. And I'll just be breaking those down on a weekly level, or I'll be not on a weekly level. I'll be breaking them down weekly. So if you guys are interested in price action, learning how to trade, this is the spot for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. EMN up 21% on this guy. We did take profits here. Came down. It's holding the weekly. It's trying to anyway. It's trying to hold this weekly swing. Had a little loss here. You did take the liquidity. All right, this one kind of hit the profit target, so like, you know, at this point I've moved the stop up. I've moved the stop up to here, so it's basically at break even. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of just letting the rest ride. I'd like to see this back up at up here, so we'll see. I never know with this. Etsy. So Etsy, you know, at the area, this area is the area I've been talking about for a while on Etsy. This is why I'm building a position down here. Etsy in an internal trend, so it doesn't look the greatest, but gaining the daily on the internal side, gaining a 4 hour too, not really strong though. This one I think could slide a little bit more. I'm already down pretty significant in this one, 16%. I don't like it. Got in a little late, so I will probably add to this position. And then go from there. But I do like this whole area for Etsy. And then I like the first target to be 89, so around $90 to the top side. EW is ripping. We got a ripper. Last day. This looks pretty good, man. Took liquidity already up here 2 times. So that's why there's not much left up here for liquidity grabs, right? Next stop is 93, I think. And then probably all-time high. Oh no, hold on. Not all-time high. 93, and then next stop's at like $100 around 98. 93 first though. I'm gonna see what happens at 93. This should be actually lowered. This is the liquidity, but there's a big failure to gain here. So this should be right here. And there's also a liquidity pocket there on the weekly level. So I think that on the looking at the weekly, it looks like this is going to be the next area around 99, 104 in that zone. Something like that. Just want to make sure the quality of the stream is going out good here. Yeah, it is. Everything looking great. Cool. All right. Looks good. Okay. Next, yeah. Just have a quick peek at the markets here. So, Dixie trying to hold the zone, man. See what happens here, dude. Like this, you know, this isn't. It wouldn't be a bad area to trade this, right? I just don't like how it's low in the range. But if you're just looking for a trade, like a day trade, this is still probably pretty good, man. If we get action over top of this, like this, and then the test back and test this area, then go. Could go. We'll see. It looks like they're trying to respect this zone. Doesn't look like we're gonna get our Bitcoin long. Could happen though. Still, you never know. Better to have the trade in there than not. So FE having kind of a nothing week. Trying to respect this area. This is the bottom end of this. So like this is a good area to hold. We also have the weekly swing here too. So they haven't taken the liquidity down here yet. They've taken this liquidity, not this one. You can see they could hold this. This would be a lot more. I'd be a lot more comfortable if this was over top of 39. If it gets back above 39. Starting to look like it's going back above 41, something like that. Knowles, what's up, brother? Do I ever cut my losers like on the stocks? Yeah, definitely, man. And like some positions are smaller than others, you know what I mean? Like my Tesla trade is, yeah, I have a massive position in Tesla, but like some of these I only have like, you know, $500 in or whatever, or $1,000 in. So, you know, when they go down 20%, it's only like, if I have $1,000 in something and it goes down 20%, it's only $200. So it's not like huge, you know. With the longer, what's my threshold for cutting? I don't know. I like to, it really depends on my like what the chart looks like, right? If we lose a zone and then we get to it, we're at another zone that looks good. Sometimes I'll just re-add and average down. But yeah, once we start getting to like 50% down, I don't like that. I usually start thinking about getting out. Or if the chart just looks fucking terrible, right? Like if we lose the weekly and then we go up and retest and we can't gain anything, you know what I mean? If it starts looking like shit like that, then I'll start thinking about getting the hell out. Malls, look, for you specifically, I got the YouTube chat to work on screen. How do you like that, bro? I was like, fuck, man, there's people that come here and they pop in on YouTube, they chat, and then their chat doesn't even go on the fucking screen. Not okay. Unacceptable. Open position. So this is the open positions is just my long-term positions, and then I also put my futures trades on there when I make one. Like right now I'm short on the euro, and then everything else is just long in my long-term portfolios on like trades that I take. Mostly just stocks, some crypto. Right now all my crypto is just in Bitcoin. What's the widget or app? Google Sheets. I can just send you a copy. Just send me a Discord message and I can send you a copy of the sheet. with the formulas and stuff in there. You can see how the formula with the formula actually pulls the data from like the NASDAQ and stuff. It's pretty good. Can't remember exactly what the formula is. I can just pull it up here. So you can see like for BIBB, you just the thing is called Google Finance. Then you put the exchange and what the ticker is, and then the price. And then my entry, my P&L, I just do a calculation off the entry, right? Entry, I just enter in manually. And then this is my sheet. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just remember this: Google Finance. It's Google Finance. You can look it up. Just look up equals Google Finance, and it'll tell you how to do it. It's pretty good because then you can really do some stuff with Google Sheets, right? Like you can get your equity curve on there, and you can put a bunch of stuff on there. I just did it on Google Sheets so I could pull. It would be easy to pop into the stream, you know, because I can have that. The source reading Google Sheets. So Dixie looks like it is going to gain this level. Man, I've just been killing it on this Euro short. Really, dude. Like, look at the. Have you looked at what the Dixie looks like on the monthly level? How about this for a setup? Oops. How about this big monthly gain and then a big retest? I've just been shorting the euro this like for months. It's been months. Yeah, I set it updates in real time. Yeah, so I hope this short plays, man. I'm really looking I had 6 contracts at one point, but I did take some profits. But I want lower now. I want this, and I even want lower than that. Like I think the Dixie is gonna take this level out. There's not much left up here for it to reject. Rejected already the bodies here. We'll see what happens, but I really think that they're gonna be taking this level. It's been a sweet few months, man, of just shorting the shit out of the euro. So yeah, this looks like a pretty proper gain here for the Dixie. If we weren't right at the bottom of the range, I would say let's add to the position here and short the euro. But honestly, I don't. This is right at the bottom of the range, right? This is very bottom. Like the time to take trades was up here and back up here. So I think I'm just gonna leave it, I don't like adding to shorts when we're right at the bottom of the range. Not a very cool thing to do, The futures price on there, like the euro short on the side where the open positions are, it's not exact because this is a futures contract, and that's pulling like the actual euro USD price. So I had to do a little finagling in there, like to add the delta in, and it's still not exactly right. So but I was like, close enough. Same with the BTC price. It just goes and gets like whatever the whatever Google would say that the BTC USD price is, you know. But gets it close enough. But yeah, for the stocks, it's pretty good. It pulls it and it updates it pretty. I think there's probably a delay on it, but that's okay for the stream. It's okay. So pretty nice little 15-minute gain here on the Dixie. We're gonna see if they hold this range. I did have this marked out. For a trade, it's not too bad. I like this area. I do like this area. But because we're right at the bottom, I don't really like this area for shorts, so this is nice for a top of the range hold though. If they hold it. How about this new chat software? So good for you. Your chats come right up on the screen. So perfect. Just need more people in here. Well, let's just continue with our portfolio, looking at it. Fizz. I believe that we did get to yeah, I probably will. No, I'm still not. I still don't have the perfect setup here yet, right? I'm using a webcam off my camera, and I'm streaming from a kitchen. You know, I'm using the webcam on my laptop right now, so I'm waiting. We rented out the villa, that my personal villa that we were staying in, and we rented this 1-bedroom just because it's high season here, and you know, you just make tons of money, so it's just worth it. For every 1 month I rent the villa, I get 3 months worth of rent for a 1-bedroom. So I rented it out for the summer. And then when I go back there, I'll have my office, and then I'm gonna hit the ground running with streaming. I think I'm gonna set up a proper webcam or like a DSLR or whatever, and then I'll probably even hire a social media manager and just put because like this is Indonesia, man. You can get labor for really cheap. You know, I could probably hire a social media manager for like maybe $150 for a month. And they can do everything, you know, to take care of my stream or whatever, for all the social media stuff. Then I'll probably buy some ads too, I guess. I don't know. I don't know too much about like promoting this stuff, right? I just know how to trade, right? Anyway, Fizzy. Let's go. We're up 24% in this guy. I'm sure we hit a profit target up here. I believe I had the profit target at this line here. A little bit of a rejection here. Big liquidity zone up here. I'd like to see them take that. Let's look at the monthly here for a sec. So if they do start rejecting to the downside, there's the monthly there, and then there's going to be this massive liquidity zone underneath this guy. So if we do start rejecting to the downside, I'd be looking there. They gained this monthly and had a monthly close above last month, so you know this should hold. You want to see them hold this, right? Like you want to see them hold between this line and this line. So I'd like to see them hold this upper zone and then make a push up into here for the and then I'll be taking a big PT up there if they do push up that high. Kind of where I'm at with this. Yeah, I like this area. the weekly again. This is the weekly failure to gain, so you know this could play. We'll see. We'll see. Still looking good for now, though. My entry on this is $60, so if they do take this liquidity, my stop will be in profit underneath this. Around 60. Yeah, my stop will be right here, 61. So kind of just let it go. I've already taken a PT on this. That's kind of how I play stocks, man. I go to like I look for the liquidity points for profit targets, or like something that I see that looks like a good profit target, like this weekly close or this weekly failure to gain or whatever I want for profit target. Try to get one, move the stop up, and just fucking let it go and let it ride. So this is one I've been screaming about for a while. I'm down 10% in it. I got in a little bit early. I got in like when it was closer to here. I think I even re-added a little bit. I'm probably gonna re-add a little bit more on this guy. This one looks good to go. We've had a weekly gain here. Big nice retest, holding where they need to. Gaining a daily. There's just a lot of things that are pointing to this thing, you know, moving higher. So I really would like to see them just pump the shit out of this thing, really. Yeah, I'd like to see some action up here. Here's one more zone down here for the 4 hour. But, you know, gaining the weekly like that and then holding it and then having a daily gain, that's pretty much exactly what I look for when I'm trading stocks anyway. I didn't see why. This one's basically at entry. This one did hold. I got involved in this area here, so you know I'd like to see them above 67 and challenge this up here 74. So nothing really much to talk about. We're having a down week. Like to see them hold the top of this range at this point before moving on. Yeah, this is the range that you'd want them to hold. Have a quick peek at the old futures here. So Dixie coming into that level. Let's see if they can do it. See if they can do something with it. Looks okay to me, man, really. KHC. This one I'm down about 7% in. Let's have a look at this in the longer time frame. This daily, this one monthly. Monthly, yes. So, you know, kind of at the level for them to hold it, man. This is the zone. You know, I think I really should put my stop up in this one. Either I'm gonna put my stop up in this one, or I'm gonna wait and see if we get a retest. If we start dropping and start getting closes below 30. Around below 30, and we start getting like closes down there, I'll probably be looking to get out of this position, because you know they gained a monthly here, so I really like to see them hold this They gained a monthly like pretty seriously. So I'd like to see them hold this. Would have already liked to see them hold a little bit higher actually, so. Yeah, like this is the spot, dude. You know, weekly liquidity, previous weekly. This is the spot where you want to see them step in and hold it. First step is going to be getting back above 33. We'll see if they can do that. They did gain a 4-hour, but that's not too much in stocks. It's not too much in stocks. Yeah, boys. What do we got here? Kim A. Yeah, not too much to say. I really don't like how they failed this weekly. Really, they should have gained that weekly a couple weeks ago. I'm gained a daily here on the internal and on the main trend. So they came back down, tested the daily, and then gained another daily. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. So they came back down, trying to keep this weekly continuation alive. Coming back down, taking the liquidity out from underneath these dailies and holding this daily swing. Holding this daily order block. Gaining a daily again above it. Coming back down, holding. So holding where they need to. Previous highs here too. And then, you know, just kind of continuing on. They did just fail a daily. Internal trend, you know. Not as important. We'll see what happens, you know. The main thing is that they're, you know, they've rallied up and they're kind of holding above this. Really need to see them get back above 19, 16, $20. We need to see them around $20 for this to really start catching fire. KMB. So these guys rallying. You know, had a weekly gain back here. Bought the retest. What am I in? I'm down in this one. Had a shit entry, I guess. Oh, KMB. Oh no, sorry. I'm up in this one 16%. I'm in at 119. Yeah. I bought this range down here. So at this point I should be moving my stop up. Haven't taken PTs yet. Really, I'd like to see them contest this zone up here. I may have taken a PT, I don't know, because I had this line in here before. This is a liquidity zone. I'd have to check the software. Carmax hanging in there. Hanging in there, bro. Slow but sure, right? We're looking for 95 on this guy. Liquidity above. Hanging in here, but still looking okay, right? They swept the liquidity, sweeping new lows. Holding on to this swing. New local lows. This is kind of like this is a proper setup that I look for also too, right? When you sweep the lows, you gain a weekly and then you come back and test the previous high or previous low. You know what I mean? This setup is pretty textbook. I can't remember what the course was called, ICP or whatever. I think this is one of the big setups that they play all the time. This is this is a pretty key setup, and it's on a weekly level too, right? So it's, you know, I like to see them try to get up here. And then they, you know, they came down, they held where they needed to, gained a weekly again. Yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, looks pretty good. Kuvu down about 10% in this guy. You know, they gained this weekly. They've taken the weekly liquidity at this point underneath. Doesn't look the greatest, you know, but because these guys have sold off so much, I'm not down too much in this guy, just 10%. So I'd like to see a rally back up, you know, and test some of these. They did gain the daily off of this sweep. You know, stocks like to sweep a lot, so something to keep in mind. Marna, the dump continues. We did take big PTs on this guy. You know, we were talking about PTs on this guy. Coming into a weekly level here, we'll see this is pretty good area for re-ads. If you were so inclined, I would definitely wait for some kind of action on the daily or the 4 hour first. We're still up pretty significantly in this, 18%. We were up 45%, but we did take a PT already off the top of this. This liquidity. So kind of just wait and see. They can take the liquidity here too. If they take the liquidity and then start doing something with it, then that's okay too, in my eyes. But we start seeing daily closes below 115. It's not going to be very good anymore. Probably look to get out. We're in this one from 103 or something. Neme having a big pump. We're in this from down here. I'm up 14%. We did take PTs. I took PTs off this. Trying to hold the weekly here, so we'll see what happens. Having a down week. Did have a daily gain in this internal trend, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a daily gap close just below here. So there's this level in the upper range. Like to see them hold that if they want to continue this. Big profit target to the upside is up there. That could take a year. Warner Brothers. Been talking about this one a lot too. This one is, we're down significantly in this. We're down 22%. This is in the huge zone here, right? Like this is the zone for them to hold it. So this is why I'm loading up. I've averaged down on this twice already. So this is, I'm kind of loading up on this guy. I mean, you know, could they go to like zero? You know, maybe it's Warner Brothers. I don't know. But you know, we are at basically the area to hold was 672, and this got as low as, you know, around there. So like to see them do something though with it, right? You know, this isn't very indicative of moving higher. We had a little 4 hour gain, like who cares? Need to see a daily gain. They haven't gained shit. And a little daily gain back here, but then they just dumped it immediately. So you know, an area to watch moving as we move back up is this. This, we can get a springboard off of that, it would be pretty good. So we start getting up here and then holding that area. Looks pretty good for a little bit higher. At least contend with this area up here. Gap close up here too on the daily. So, you know, look at this to the top side. But really, this is sold off so much. You know, so much, man. Like so much it's sold off. Even from here is like in the 30s, right? Look at this play. Wow, like gain this and then come back and test it and then just rip it to 80 bucks. Holy shit. So really for this one, I'm just looking to get back to around 17 buckaroos would be great. See what happens. Who knows? AMC. So the reason I got into AMC, we sold off huge. We're at new lows, and then we did start showing some strength here, right? We had this massive pump, gained this weekly, came back, and then we held this weekly. So we're holding. We'll see, you know, if we could get another pump. This one could go. This one could go. And we held the weekly and then gained a daily off of it, right? Close the daily gap. See what happens here, man. I don't know. This is the kind of stuff that I look for, right, when I'm trading. Stuff at all-time low, and then they're just showing some strength, right? It's really as simple as that. PTLR, we've been in this one for a very long time. I kind of just want this thing to go back to all-time high and maybe higher. We did have a weekly loss here, but then they just held the top range of the next area down. This is a monthly too, so they held the monthly. Gonna be pretty telling soon, because they're coming into the weekly gain spot. Dash. So got into this one. I'm coming down. This is just a weekly continuation play. Not looking for tons on this one, just 127. You know, this one's not too bad. Daily gain here. I kind of put in here what I think is going to happen. So I think we're gonna close this gap. Then I think we're going to dump it. See what happens. Tesla. We're massively in Tesla. I have a massive position in it. Tesla, I honestly like for the long term too, right? So this chart looks pretty good. Pretty good to me, man. Let's look at the monthly here for a sec. So Tesla coming down, taking monthly liquidity underneath, blasting it, failing the monthly. So that doesn't look good, failing the monthly. Coming back down, taking monthly liquidity again, and then pumping it. So we're still failing this monthly, but we have turned it around on the weekly level. On the weekly, when we pumped it, we gained this weekly and then blasted it. Now we're gaining the weekly again on the internal trend. So this is kind of where we got long. So we'll see what happens. 206 is kind of the next big area to look at to get over. Yeah, after that, we'll see. Well, it looks like Dixie is selling off a bit. See if they can hold this zone. I do have this zone outlined up here. It's going to be a big liquidity area. So if they do go up there, that's an area that could definitely dump pretty hard. next big area really to the downside for Dixie is not for a while. Kind of want them to hold this zone, right? If they're going to continue this. Still looks okay for a trade. Oh, let's look at the ecom calendar for today. Didn't even look at it. Do we even have anything coming up? What day is it today? Thursday? Thursday. We got some action happening like now. Durable goods. $8.30. We got numbers at 8:30. So we'll see what kind of effect that has on the market. Yesterday, the oil numbers had no effect at all. So not like you can trade those or anything. Doesn't really matter too much, right? And that's pretty much it for the breakdown. So this weekend I promised to do the NASDAQ 100 review. I'll do the NASDAQ 100 review. I'm going to put it out as a YouTube video. And then I'm also going to do the top 50 cryptos. And I'll put that out as a YouTube video too. It won't be a stream. It'll just be a video because the quality comes out a lot better. And like, honestly, when I do those, I don't really need to be streaming, right? There's literally zero interaction with the chat. So I think it's just better to just make them as YouTube videos and pump them out. And we can just concentrate on just doing the TA. So I will be putting out all the anything I find. I'll put out on Discord. If you guys haven't joined the Discord yet, make sure you join the Discord. Can put the link up for you. I'm not sure why I don't think the streamer bot is working too hard, because I've been streaming already for an hour and there's been no messages at all. So I don't know why. I don't know why, bros. I don't know. But that's okay. I can just put it out like this. So yeah, all the trades go out on the or it's not even trades, everything I find that I think is, you know, half good, I put it out on the Discord. Oh, a little bit of a pump here in the euro. Here's the numbers. Here's the 8:30 numbers coming in. Dixie's selling off. Pretty wacky candle in the ES, taking liquidity on both sides. So Dixie making new local lows. I still think that this is a decent area for Dixie though. They've had a 15-minute gain twice. Maybe these numbers will tell me different though. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get my Bitcoin long either. It's too bad. We're selling Dixie. You know, this is really the area that you want them to hold, man, for the upper range. There's liquidity under here too. You don't want them much below this, or else they're just gonna take it all the way back down. I'd like them to just hold right here, right now, and just go. See what happens. Not looking too promising right now. This is an okay spot for Riyadh, I guess. I don't like trading, you know, the mid range or like low in the range. You know, they did make new 4-hour lows, right? And they did make new 4-hour highs, and they did get to a spot where it was like a rejection area, so they could bring it back, but I really just wanted them to hold it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what I want though. Yeah, seeing some buys too. Hey boys, we got market open in about 1 hour. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Would like to see them just dump the shit out of this, man. Really, just dump it, man. This is not a bad area again to be looking for Dixie longs and, you know, shorts here. It is mid-range, but the long-term chart looks pretty rough for these guys. They've made 4 consecutive 4-hour lows, right? Or was it 3? One, two, three, four. 4 swing 4-hour lows. So like at this point, it's like, how many times are you gonna do that before you have a big dump? Well, we're gonna let this cook for a bit. Not too much to do, right? Not too much to do or talk about. It's either you're in shorts already or you're in longs already on on ES. This was a really good area to take long, man. That's kind of like a setup I look for. Gain. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have actually. Really picky with my trading. Real picky. Real picky now. Yeah, it's just probably my position is probably going to get stopped out, man, honestly. I just, you know, with this, when the Dixie looks like this on the monthly, I have to hold positions, man. Like when the monthly of the Dixie looks like this, you know, I have to try for positions for up there. I have to, man, or I wouldn't be a trader. I just have to do it, man. I gotta hold it. And if I need to risk $200 in open profit to do it, I will. I don't care. I still think this has a chance to go up here, man. You know? There's not even an order block up here. And they held where they needed to, so, you know. Even if I lose this position, I'll be looking for a short, you know, again. Nothing has really changed for me. These guys held where they needed to, and, you know, they held it well. So, expect this. Expect above here. Held the weekly. Held this on the downside. Yeah, you know. See what happens when we get to this liquidity zone. Yeah, this actually wouldn't be in a bad area. Let's pop in a couple extras. I like to just see them just dump it, man. See what happens. I'm just gonna go for a quick smoke here, boys. Be right back. Yeah. So I haven't left yet or anything. I'm adding to the short here in euro. So I added here to the short on this 4 hour. It's a pretty decent place to reject. I moved up the one profit target now to here. And then we'll take a PT there if it goes again. This is probably going to end up being like a $50 stop, around $60 stop. See what happens here. I don't know. I like this area for shorts. I don't love it, but like, you know, it's fine. I just like this. I like to short here and euro. Almost in the liquidity zone here. I might add one more. Move my stop to above the 4 hour swing here. What's going on, Ken? Just adding a couple more shorts here to the euro. How are you? Hope all is well. We just added one. If they got above here, I would add another one. Let me just get this out of the way here for a second. They didn't really take the liquidity above that. How much more of a... How much of a stop loss is this? 92? 92. It's another 40 bucks. Yeah, it's getting to be a bit much. Getting to be a bit much is all. I think I'm just gonna leave it at 3. I'll leave it at 3. And we've moved one profit target up here, and then we're gonna add another one down here, and then there'll be another one way down here. Honestly, if the monthly setup plays out on the Dixie, we're going down here. But we'll see. You know, could get stopped out before then, and I'll have to look for another entry. But you know, this stuff doesn't look good on you know, Dixie holding this looks good. So never got our BTC position. Still have an order here, just waiting. Don't know if we'll get it. Kind of just waiting at this point. No, I won't be adding any more to this. And I've moved my stop. If I get stopped out here, I'll lose probably 50 bucks. But I've made on this trade, I've already made like, I don't know, 250. So it really doesn't matter too much, right? Yeah, I can look at it here. Look at it for you. Let's have a look. Ooh, 52. 53. So is it 53 or is it 52? This just rounds up. Yeah, it's kind of at the area to hold, right? This. Let's look at the 1 month. Yeah, 49. 48. Kind of the same situation as yesterday, right? You don't want to get it. You don't want it much more below 49. And really, if it gets below 45, it's not very good. So what are these hourlies or starting to look okay? Gained above this. Took a dip to 49 and then gained above this. So remember I said the 49 is kind of the area. So it's the bottom of this candle, right? See this candle right here? The bottom of it, or even the body of it, is 49 exactly. So they're trying to hold it. And then on the small time frame, they did gain something too, right? So now you don't want them to see them get below this 50. You want them to hold above 50. But they're trying to hold it. I wouldn't put too much importance on the small that small of a time frame. This really, you just want to see them get back above 61 and not go below 49. So like 49 is like the limit now at this point. You do not want to go below 49. If you start getting closes below 49, I would look to get out on a retest. So if they take the liquidity under 45 and then pump it again, then I would look to get out. Or you can just move your stop up to 48, 49. Or if you want to be safe, move your stop up to like 44. I wouldn't want to see it much more below where they're at. You want them to hold this zone for a continuation. And honestly, they're probably not going to do it. I don't think anyway. Hard to read on this chart though, so I don't know. Chart's a nightmare. Yeah, needs to get on like a regular charting platform so you can do proper analysis on it. All right, looks like this one short that I added is playing for now. They still didn't take the liquidity above here, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll be right back. I was just about to go for a cigarette. There's some people here now. Might as well stay. Hope all you guys are doing well. So, only thing I have in the ongoing right now is just my open positions in the long-term portfolio. You can see them on the side of the screen. And then I have a futures position on the euro short. We've been shorting the euro for, I don't know, it's been like since down here 1, 2, 3, like a month, basically a month of shorting the euro. It's been pretty good, man. Can't complain, right? When you're playing in the right direction. We are coming into a weekly swing on the Dixie, but we are holding where we need to. So, the one thing I like to point out is, because I do see some people here now, I like to point out, like on the Dixie, we had a very big monthly gain and a big monthly retest and a big monthly where they held where they're supposed to hold, right? This thing has been pumping since there. I truly believe that we're going to see 107s, in the Dixie. So this is why I'll be shorting until then. Could we dump it here? Sure, definitely could. But I'll be shorting until we get to 107. You just finished work, eh, Ken? Where do you work? Oh, my cigarette. Look at that, man. It got all wet. Son of a bitch. I'll say. I have to have another one. It's okay. Okay, Dixie's seeing some cells now. Really wanted them to hold this area. It doesn't look like they're going to. Kind of sucks. They're out in a liquidity area. Yeah, you know, I wanted them to hold that area, but they didn't. It's too bad. I don't like it now. Let me just look at the 4 hour here. 4 hour continuation swing. They're at the top of it. Let's see if it holds. Really wanted to see them hold the top of this area. So they didn't. Fuckers. 4 hour continuation mid-range is here. Stupid mid-range trade. Yeah, you know, there's liquidity underneath here too, where this line is. So maybe they'll take it to there. I don't know. At this point, I'm probably going into the negative underwater in this trade. You work at a spices factory. Spicy. Keep it spicy. You're in charge of keeping everything running. Well, that's good. You like your job or no? Fix stuff. Like heavy machinery kind of deal. Pays decent. That's good. Yeah, as long as you like what you do, so at least somewhat. I mean, it's a job. Jobs relatively are not the best, but at least if you don't like absolutely hate it, then that's the main thing. Packaging machines, yeah, so just like assembly line machinery, mechanic, hydraulics and pneumatics, shit like that. Powders and also sauces. Sounds delicious, man. I'm not gonna lie. It does sound delicious. Do you get free samples? Do you guys have a good hot sauce? A lot. Nice. So just free hot sauce for life? Perfect. Oh, you guys are like a co-packer too. Okay. All right. I can dig it. I can dig it, man. Oh, what a sell-off on the Dixie here, man. Really depressing situation. I really wanted them to continue this downtrend. It looks like it might be over. Really, the next what has been not tested here, man? Look at the 4 hour here again. Maybe the top of the swing holds. I don't know. At this point, I'm a little lost here on this. This is mid-range, so this isn't. I don't really love those mid-range. I usually like. I rather the mid-range. They take the liquidity. We'll see. It could. If it's strong, it will hold. The 1 hour. And you know, I really don't love this anymore, you know? Just look at the daily here. Yeah, this could take it all the way back down to here now, man, at this point. Unless something in here just magically holds. But really, they could take it all the way back down to here and take the liquidity out from underneath the daily and then go. At that point, I most likely would be stopped out. We'll see. You do never know. Sometimes the Dixie moves a little faster than the Euro. Sometimes the Dixie can dump like lots and the Euro only move a bit. We are at kind of this level here, but honestly, this has been tested already on the way up. So kind of wanted them to really hold there. The next thing I can really see is just this right here. So unless they start holding something here in the middle. There is a 4 hour, but you know, not the greatest looking. 4 hour continuation, I guess. Hope on a prayer for that. Let's see. It'd be awesome if they held here, man. But I have my doubts at this point. But that's all right. We have our trade in. We entered we entered the Riyadh right here about, so. This is the area for it to fail, so we'll see if they do. But it's on this chart, you know. This is the chart that you need to be looking at. At this point, these guys got some work to do to gain this. I'll just clear this off a bit here. That didn't work out. Yeah, you know, need to get back up into this zone. Let's see if this 4 hour holds. Yeah, seeing some buys. Well, I'm just gonna go for a quick cigarette here before the market open. We got about 30 minutes to market open, so we'll see what the market open brings. Euro is going up versus the USD. Yeah, that's it. Well, it has been for the last little while, right? It's because it made new lows, right? It made a new 4-hour low, so now I can go back up and test the top. This is the 4-hour swing that I can test. But this is kind of the area that for it to fail. And we want the Dixie to hold on to this. But this is a mid-range trade. You really shouldn't be doing mid-range trades. Like, they can take it all the way back down to here, really, and take the liquidity out from underneath here. So if I get stopped out and this goes down to this position, then I will be looking for re-entries for shorts. And if I get stopped out, it's not a huge deal. I've already on this trade I've been taking out and putting in for literally for weeks. Yeah, I can see your messages on Twitch. Oh no, I can't. I can see it on Kick. I can see it on YouTube. But Twitch, no. I don't know why. Yeah, the other guy's on Twitch. He can't see either. No, I don't know why, man. I don't think they're coming through. Maybe. Let me just check actual Twitch. Yeah, like there's nothing even in the Twitch chat on Twitch. Mariusz in the house. I would never ignore you, brother. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Yeah, he's over on YouTube and Kick. He was no, I think he's just staying on YouTube. It's all right. Got this amalgamated chat, man. She works well. Sheep chat, it's called sheep chat. So great. Yeah, it works super good, man, and it looks good too. So I'm still using just the free version, but I think I'm just gonna buy it and just give these guys some money because they made a good product. The interface is like on the back end is nice too. It shows you like how many people have been chatting and like the amount of viewers you have on each platform and everything. So it's pretty good. Works well. All right, market open 25 minutes, guys. I'm just gonna go for a quick smoke and then I'll be right back. Cheers for stopping in. Appreciate you guys. Stick around. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Not even. What's up, boys? I'm back. I'm back. All right. What happened when I was gone? Not too much. Really like to see the euro tank it at this point. We're gonna see. Market open could be a bit spicy. Dixie coming down into this 4-hour level. See if they hold the mid-range. Pretty clear gain above this daily though, so like this daily swing should hold. You know, pretty good failure to gain there too. Was a proper spot to reject. Was a proper spot. Yeah, just kind of nothing to do on the ES too. It's like I'm not going to take a trade in this range at all. So ES is kind of off the charts, off the table today. Bitcoin looks like it's going to hold this upper range. It's an hour failure to gain here, so see if they fail it, but they at this point they kind of look like they're holding the upper range, so I'm probably gonna miss my entry here. The euro in the liquidity zone. There's a big liquidity pocket here, so this, you know, we can see what happens here. This is where I did my re-add. So I did a re-add there and just I'm targeting bottom of the range again. Need to see Dixie start holding something though. Just even go on the smaller time frame on the. Yeah, starting to see a little bit of movement here. Really won't be very convincing until we're back above here, back above 105.80 on the Dixie, and even then they got some work to get through now. Hope you guys are well. You guys should see my makeshift office, man. It's pretty good, man. Not too bad. I'm poolside right now. This place has like a pool almost in the kitchen. There's a kitchen here, and then a desk, and then a pool right here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty dope. I could probably show you guys here. Let's show you. I can bring out. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. I have this thing. It was can connect to my phone for a webcam, but I don't know why it's not turning on. Maybe something with the network in here. Let's try it one more time. I'll turn everything off and turn it back on again. Last try. Nah, it doesn't work. I don't know why. You guys can't see then. Sorry. Can't say I didn't try. Yeah, I don't have a pool. There's like glass in between me and the pool, but the pool's like right here. It's pretty funny. And then this is like it's an outdoor kitchen, outdoor kitchen and pool area, and the bedroom has closed off an aircon, and the bathroom's kind of outdoor too. Really kind of a Bali vibe kind of place, you know. It just made sense for me to rent the it's high season here in Bali, right? So it made sense for me to rent the 3-bedroom that I own. Renting the 3-bedroom for 1 month pays for like 3 months in a place like this, and this place is still okay. So I was like, fuck it, we'll just rent it. So seeing a little bit of a rejection here on the liquidity zone in the euro. Dixie trying to hold, but we'll see. Like the average for local minimum wage is like $200 a month US. Minimum wage is like 200. Good wage is like 400. I mean, you live like a king here for like. Me and my girlfriend spend maybe $2,500 a month. Not even. That's Canadian too, not US. So, you know, like two grand or $1,800 US a month for 2 of us, and we do whatever we want. I don't drink too much though. If I drank, it would be a lot more because alcohol is a bit expensive here. It's a big big tax on it from the government. All right, market open here. 9 minutes. I used to drink a lot, but in my older age, the hangovers just became not worth it for me. I smoke sometimes. I have a vape now. I mostly vape. Yeah, this isn't looking very promising here for the Dixie. Not looking too promising. You have a little pumpy, but we'll see what the market open brings. Maybe we'll get some volatile. Oh, the green stuff. Yeah, I used to smoke weed way back in the day. It ended up making me paranoid though. After a while, I smoked it for years though, man. Like I was a pothead from when I was like, I don't know, 15 until 25, probably something like that. And then it just started making me way too paranoid all the time. I always thought everybody was talking about me, so I just stopped doing it. Eight minutes till the market open. Mariusz, have you been trading? Yeah, I mean in Canada too, it's like you get so good weed, it's ridiculous. It's almost too powerful. Mainly crypto and NQ. I usually don't touch the NQ. I usually only trade ES. NQ's too crazy for me, man. What do you think of my Bitcoin long opportunity here? I don't think it's gonna get hit. I do like this zone for Bitcoin. I really like them just go back to all-time high. Liquidity under here, holding this. You know, it's an okay zone for them to hold if they do hold this upper range. I don't like how they didn't make new highs here though, so and they just failed this like crazy, this failure to gain. So we're probably headed lower, I think. I have this range outlined. I like the liquidity under here. See what happens. SD? What is it? What's SD? SDUSDT. Crypto. This? Oh, Soul. Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, pretty good area for it. Nice. Gain the daily too. I wouldn't mind this on a retest back down to here. Kind of tested it already. Where'd you get in here? This is a play I would do. Pushing up on a weekly level, gaining a daily. It's like what I look for basically all the time. It's kind of an internal trend gain, but they did gain this daily over here too, and then just came all the way back down. So they did gain this already, and then gaining it on the internal trend. So looks pretty good. But yeah, holding on to this weekly zone. It's kind of where you want to see them hold it, right? Yeah, if I would have saw this, I would have. See, this is why I'm gonna start doing the weekly breakdown. Make sure you're signed up to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna be doing weekly breakdowns in crypto. The top 50 coins, maybe, I guess. The top 50 coins, and then I'm also gonna go through the whole NQ, all 100 charts, and I'm gonna do that every Sunday. I think it's a good idea. Try to get some people into the stream, you know what I mean? I mean, you think it's a lot of work, but it's once you're like, I've been doing this for so long, it's just like you can go through the charts pretty fast. You know, like you can just go, I don't even need a mouse. You just click on the side and then it's just like, okay, no, nothing to see, holding the daily, you know, can go through pretty quick. But it does take a few hours. But I think it's just a good way to get people into the stream. I need to do something. Need to do something to try to get some people in here. Soul at the failure to gain level here. Is this a weekly or a daily? Not really. Daily swing. Yeah, you know, many people think, I don't know, they pretend to know how to trade, I guess. I don't know. For me, it's, I don't know, man. I've put in my time, so like I know exactly what the fuck's going on at all times, basically. A lot of people start trading and they just think it's gonna be like they're gonna learn how to do it and then just get rich, right? It's not. I don't know how this shit works, man. You just make little gains all the time, and then every once in a while you make a big gain. That's it. And then you make little losses. Little losses, little gains, big gains. And then over time you get your account just grows, right? Takes a while too to get the emotion, you get your emotion under control, right? Remember when you first started how emotional you were about trading? Fuck. It's like, it wasn't even like trading, it was gambling, right? Making all these stupid decisions, moving profit targets around and shit, you know? It's like, it takes a while to get your emotions under control. Yeah, so I don't know why, but my bot didn't post anything, I don't think. Bot should be posting. Yeah, it didn't. I don't know why it didn't, man. You know? Yeah, dude, you know, we all go through it, man. When anybody who's learning how to trade goes through that shit, right? Takes a while. Some people, they get over it real fast, like it takes only 6 months. Other people, it takes years, man. It took me a long time, man, like 4 years probably, before I really got a handle on shit, and I just didn't give a shit anymore. I think I blew up like 3 different accounts before I really started becoming profitable. Taking all my money now and put it into villas, so like all I have is little accounts now. So it's not like I'm like a baller trader. Was at one point. I do still have a lot of crypto, but I sold about 20% of my portfolio when we were at all-time high. Yeah, you earned too much and lost it all. Yeah, no doubt, man. It was I lost quite a bit too when I first started, but it's all good now. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, the one trade I made in crypto, this last one, when we were at 20k, I was fully out when Bitcoin was at 60, and then I went fully back in when we were at 20, and then I took 20% out when we were at like 68 or something like that. I think crypto's got a long way to go though still, but I am going to be liquidating. You can just look at this on the monthly here. Yeah, I think we're we're due for a pullback, right? Made new highs, so we're due for a pullback. Probably down into this level here, 47. If we get to 47, between 47 and 35, if we get down that low, then I'll be putting everything back in again. And, you know, we're targeting up here, right? So if we get past 100k, I'll be fully out, not just 20%. We'll be fully everything out, and then just wait for it all to happen again. If crypto goes to 100k, I'll probably can buy 2 more villas. Yeah. I'm gonna start. Wait, I'm gonna start liquidating at 82. This whole zone. I mean, I already did start liquidating. I new highs. I took a 20% here, but this whole zone I'll be liquidating hard. If we get there, never know. But this area is where I'll be looking to get back in, right? Something like that. I don't believe I'm going to get tagged here for my entry. I've had these orders in since here. Oh yeah, market open. Market open, by the way, boys. My bad. Really want Dixie to hold this top range here in this side. Don't want it too much lower, man. All right, Mariusz. Thanks for stopping in, man. I totally appreciate it. I'll see you again soon, yeah? Safe trading. I think it's gonna be here, man. This is kind of the next thing. Maybe even a little bit lower. It's just, there's not much for this to hang on to, man. Like, there's nothing here. It's not even much liquidity, you know. This is the failure spot for sure for the euro. Yeah, I really just wanted them to fail this bottom part, man. So like coming up here is not cool. It's not looking good, you know. We need to close out this in 23 minutes. We need to get back below this, or else this is not looking good for it's looking like a turnaround. Yeah, you know, I don't know about that, right? No one knows if it's a $10 coin, you know. All you can do is trade. Can I get it on this chart yet? Cannot. What's the ticker symbol again for it? BOB? BTCB. Like, it's not any of these, right? No. Blue chip. What is blue chip? Yeah, BTCB. That's what it had. Nothing. Maybe this? No. Nah. Cannot find it on here. I don't think if you put dollar, that's gonna make a difference either. BTCB is like a Binance token that mirrors the Bitcoin price also, so it's the ticker for that. All right, Dixie, what are we doing here, man? ES is making new highs. New local high for ES. The pump continues. Because they held here, you know, this is really not the best place for shorts. This is the website. Let's have a look. Yeah, you know, I could have made this website. You know what I mean? Let's look at the Uniswap site. Oh, there's the bot finally. What time that it came out? Oh, at least it has the token here. Let me see if I can get the token address up. Well, can I look that up? This is what comes up for that token address, but this is against ETH. So this is it. It's just this is against Ethereum, not dollar, right? Here's the USD one. Yeah, this is it. So cool. At least I can have it up here for you here. I'll even add it I'll add it to my watch list here because you ask about it every day. So I'll put it up on the watch list here. Okay. So we have easy access to it. And finally I can do a little bit of TA on it. So to the downside, you're looking at 15 cents. All right. Top of the zone, this is where they held 32 cents. So they did hold that. On the daily, they did make new highs, but they didn't have a daily close, so this doesn't look the best. You wanted to have daily closes up here for continuation, for like a daily gain. So they didn't have that. They did, however, have a daily gain on the 4 hour. So they gained the 4 hour swing here, right here, and they came back and tested it. So this was a good area to get long. So I would say to you, good sir, if they start getting closes above here, above 60, you can move your stop to here. Because at that point, then this turns into an internal gain. So if they start doing this, you don't want them to lose this or they're going much lower, right? And honestly, even right now, you know, because if they start losing this range, there's nothing left here to hold on to, right? So already your stop should be here at 31 at the very least. If they start losing this range, the next thing down is like this or this. The next thing down is like the bottom of this, really. So it's like 17 cents. So it's much further down to the next level. This is the liquidity point that they grabbed. See this liquidity right here? So they grabbed that, they gained the 4 hour, and they came down, tested the 4, and they're holding it. So as long as they keep holding it, it's all well and good, right? Everything's fine. Volume, I don't even pay attention to. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters a bit. When you see a gain, you want it to gain on volume. But I know for sure that there was volume here. You know? Back on the what was this? 24th. There was volume on the 24th, right? 25th. Tuesday. Yeah, so if there was probably a lot of volume there. That's all that matters. As long as when they gain this, they need to gain it with volume. But you can see that in the chart. You can just tell that there was a lot of volume. So really, you want the next step here in this for the price action. You need to see them above 60 cents, above this yellow line here. They need to get above that. So see what happens. If they start piddling out there, you know, this is probably going down here. Yeah, down to the like this, or like the top of this, 22 cents, something like that. Bottom of this. They tested the top, now it's time to test the bottom next. So between 22 and 18 is the level. And then the liquidity is at 13 cents. This would be the next level down, and it's really not even that much. So really, like, you need they need to hold this here. What's the top? If this is the bottom of the swing, like if they start another move up higher, could be a lot higher. Big rejections will be around $3. Yeah, around this area between $2.50 and $3. And then next spot after that is going to be around 412 to 470. And next spot after that is 5 to 580 to 640. But like, you know, you're talking about $10. You know how many rejection points there are between now and $10. And like 100% if they pump this, I'm telling you, this area is gonna see some sells. So it's, you know, there's gonna be sells there. It's not just gonna go straight up to 10. The people will take profits here. Traders will anyway. Traders definitely will. All right. Is that a good enough breakdown for you though? Do you understand what's going on? Yeah, man. No worries. Really, even if they see a pump here, 140 is going to be an area to be looking out for. Liquidity above here. 130. It's probably going to be the area where people sell it. And then, you know, you want them to hold the top of the range here. Hold this. But this would look a lot better if they had a daily close above here. If this candle looked like this instead, get this magnet off. I can't make it. Like if this candle looked like this instead, I can't move it. You know, and had like the body was closed above this yellow line. This would look way better. But because it doesn't look as good. It still looks okay. Because right now they just took the liquidity and dumped it super hard, right? So it's, you know, but they dumped it into a level where they're supposed to hold. This is the level to the downside. So you would want them to hold that, and they did. They are holding it, right? Yeah, they're holding it right here. So this dump here is being held, and they're holding the daily. So this is the daily swing where you want them to hold. So, you know, this is why I say really you can have your stop at like 40. You can put it under this candle here, 44. Because if they start going below 44, they're probably going below 32. I'm telling you, there's no way that this market will go like this and then go up. It does not happen like that, you know. It will not. That will not happen. Very slow going in the markets today, man. Very, very slow going. Dixie seeing a few buys. Couple buys coming up on the Dixie. See if they can do something with it, you know? Like to see them back above 105.80 up here, and then we can talk about what's going on. Looks like my Riyadh is not too bad. You know, this is the spot to reject, right? So this is why I re-added here. Not lots, just one, but it's because it's the stop's so shit, so that I didn't want to add too much. So if I get stopped out, I'm only gonna lose like $50 or whatever, and still this whole trade is profitable. I think we got everything like set up pretty good though. We got the chat going pretty good. We got the bot going. I need to adjust that so it goes out. I need to adjust that so it goes out maybe every 30 minutes instead. Sometimes I take half out or something. What do you mean? With trading, I'm always taking out and putting back in. Always. That's how to trade. I have longer term positions where I hold for much longer, but really you need to be. Oh yeah, like taking half out and keep the rest in. Yeah, like you can take profit targets however you like it, however you want to structure it, right? But yeah, usually my first profit target's like 25%. And then the second one is the big one. That's usually 50%. And then 25% is usually a runner. And I'll just hold on to that for a long time usually. But then when it comes back, you're usually putting it back in, right? Like let's take this what's it called? Euro, for example, here. So my trades on the euro have been this. When euro made new lows, new 4-hour swing lows, came back up to test this. It's testing this swing here that made this high. This is where I got more into the position. I actually shorted up here, but I only shorted a little bit up there because it wasn't a proper entry. So this was where I got into my main position here. So we can just pretend that this is my main position. My stop was moved up to here. It came down. I took a profit target here on the top of this. See where we had a little action here. Just clean up this chart, man. Yeah, so when euro was coming down, on the top of this, you see where we had a little slowdown in price. I took one profit target there. Then we made a new 4-hour low. I took another profit target because we made a new 4-hour low. We came back up. And we're testing the bottom of this range. So I re-added into the trade. The two profit targets that I took out, but put them back in, plus another one. Because we're testing the move that made this swing high, right? So got short again here with my stop was, I think I shorted this and I put my stop here. This is the 4-hour that I'm looking at. So I entered on a 15-minute. Went down. Didn't take any profit targets until we hit this liquidity here. Took one profit target there. We made new lows. Another profit target. Make new lows. They pump it again. They pump it again into the 4-hour. So they're pumping it into the 4-hour swing. This, this move that made this high. Also, this is kind of the swing that you're looking at. Try to get this a little more clear for you. It's this swing here, right? This swing that made this high. So it goes from here all the way to here. So you're paying it, and since the bottom was touched here already, the only thing to test is the top of it. So when they got to the top of it, added to the position, short. The only profit target I took on this one was here. I took two profit targets there. Now we're coming back up. What are we doing? We're testing the 4-hour swing again. Now this is a mid-range trade. This last one that I did, not the greatest really, and that's why this trade is kind of coming to an end. So what's gonna happen here? Because like we've been making just new lows, right? We've been going like this: new low, lower high, new low, lower high, new low, lower high, new low, lower high, just barely lower high. You know what I mean? Like, so I at some point we made another new low, and then at some point we either gonna need to dump it or we need to gain. So this could be the point where they gain it. If they start gaining, I'll be out of the trade, and then we'll have to look at, we'll reassess the whole situation, right? Yeah, Ken, what you need to do is you need to learn the inflection points of trading and of trend and of just how it works. And like liquidity points, you need to be able to spot them without even like, I can just glance at a chart and I can spot all the liquidity points, you know. So you just need to know that stuff before you need to know where is even potentials to take shots, right? Once you know where the potentials are, then it's the trade's either going to work or it's not, and you're going to find out real fast if it's going to work or it's not. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's okay. Take your stop, make a little loss, move along to the next one. The ones that work very well. You know what I mean? The ones that don't, you usually get stopped out pretty quickly. So you realize right away that you're wrong. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. I'm probably gonna go a little bit underwater on this trade. I'm sure the Dixie is not looking very promising. At least there's a little bit of a swing here to gain. Maybe could hold this. You know, it's either spiky there. People are buying it here. They're buying this swing. So maybe potential. Potentially. Looks like Bitcoin's gonna make a new local high here. Probably push this up into 63,100 to 63,800, in that range somewhere. I'm probably gonna be taking this order off. It doesn't look like I'm getting filled. Kind of sucks. It's too bad. Would have been a good one. I did like this area. I should have been looking at the higher time frame, really. I think this was an hourly gain. Yeah. So this is kind of my mistake. Once they gain the hourly like this, you see the setup. The setup is here, that I always look for. So they gain the hourly and they came back to test it. So like this was a valid long entry already. Anywhere in this zone was a valid long when they gain this hourly. So waiting for a 15-minute after the hourly was gained, kind of stupid. Could they have tested down? This was where my order was. The order was at the bottom of the hourly range to test the hourly order block. Could they have done it? Maybe, yeah, sure, but they're obviously not. So it's too bad. At this point, I could have already had my stop into profit, and this is basically a PT spot right here. So could have already taken a PT and just like been riding the trade. Too bad. So the reason again why I like shorts here is because they made a 4-hour low. They made a new 4-hour low. So when they get close to the 4-hour high, is this good area for shorts? You know, would have been stronger if they had a 4-hour close below. Would have been even better. But a lot of times they don't do that. I'm here, new 4-hour low. It's all like, you know, it all gets really straightforward, man. Once you understand price action, how it works, really, it's really not even complicated. It's just like I said before, you can learn everything there is to know about price action, anything important anyway. You don't need to go too in depth. Like I keep my trading honestly as dead stupid and simple as I can, because it's more important honestly focus on the emotions and not being emotional about the trade, especially when you're starting out. But you know, trading's hard enough just with the emotions. There's no need to make the technical analysis complicated. It's not. You know, play the 4-hour chart or play the daily. It's all about having big time frame ideas and small time frame entries. So like the main trade, when I play the futures like this, the main idea is coming from the 4-hour. So it's a 4-hour idea. So if I'm playing the 4-hour and the trend goes like this, you know, the trend is trending down. When I enter in a short position, my main idea should be to make a new 4-hour low. So a new 4-hour low is here, and I have a profit target there. And you don't even need to put it all the way at the end. If you want, you can just put it like that. You know what I mean? Just like near the bottom. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So there's still this down here. It's been tested though many times already, so that's why I'm not really paying too much attention to that. My next target, I want to keep a runner for down here. I think it's important. Like I said before, I think on the Dixie we are yeah, I know it's trying. The problem is with the Dixie too, it doesn't look like they're trying to hold this. Like, I don't know, doesn't look very good to me at this point on the Dixie. I think we're headed a little bit lower. You know, I don't know. Let me get some of this shit off here. Maybe the bottom of this. You know, maybe there. It could hold something there. I don't know. Doesn't look too. You know, it doesn't look too promising to me, really. They're trying to hold this 4-hour swing. I guess, you know. It could hold this. Kind of think that they're gonna go. I kind of think they're gonna go do that though first. That was already tested though before, so I don't know. See, they could hold it. I just couldn't believe that when I hadn't been trading for a while. I was traveling around, so I sat down on the charts like a month ago, and maybe it was a little bit more than a month ago, and like I was looking at the Dixie, and like I was like, oh, okay. So I was looking at the Dixie on the monthly level, and I'm like, okay, so they came down and they're holding this. All right, good. That's good. They're holding this, so it looks like they want to hold it, yeah. And then they had a massive monthly gain over top of this, so yeah, good. They're holding where they're supposed to, gaining. Came back, tested perfectly the previous, so failure to lose. Okay, and I think I entered the market in here, and I've just been shorting the euro ever since. So really, like, looking at this, you kind of expect the dollar back above here, right? Obviously there's going to be a lot of fuckery, maybe another month, maybe another 2 months, who knows, because we did get to a swing test here, but this swing test is not going to hold, man. Not after action like this and action like this. Not after holding this and then having like this kind of action here. So when you have your big idea in mind, and it just makes trading a whole lot easier. So like I know that I'm looking to short the euro. You know what I mean? It's pretty much it. For the most part, I'm looking to short the euro. That's why I like trading. That's why I like trading the euro, because like you can look at a whole nother chart to give you insight into what's going on. So you don't just get one chart, you get two charts to make your decisions off of, you know. So it's like anytime you can get more information, more data, it's better. Well, I think this is going to be it for today, boys. Yeah, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, last day of the week. So usually Friday brings some good volatility to the markets. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Make sure you guys come back. Same bat time, same bat channel. And then keep a lookout on the weekend for the Nasdaq 100 review and the weekend update for the crypto market. Appreciate you guys stopping in, man. We will see you again soon. Trade safe, yeah.